we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now. 60 or.
I got one.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Now.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Ready? Look at him.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Rip left. Rip left.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
First down, Carolina.
180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball out here? Let's go.
Gun.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He gets it to Thomas. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and ball.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Newton throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. Watch 54.
To the air again, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 13. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike's exit. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Fall down these two. I'm coming.
Now here's Mahomes. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Ready. Mike, 44. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now it's Newton. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Yellow, fire! Check 24.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Yellow, watch the screen. Pass.
On first down, Mahomes flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Motion, motion. Mike's 59. Mike's 50. 43, 43. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check line 54. Line 54. And what's that? And what's the block? Mike's 54.
Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. He was looking for Watkins that time.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I don't think you got it, son. Check. Go. Check hot right. Hot.
Mahomes now on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go, baby.
Mahomes now to throw. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Mike is 59.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got it with the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second and 9, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Check, 59.
On second and 11 now, Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it third and 7.
Mike. Yellow. 480. Attack. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, G. Here I 7. Let's go. Check 59, Mike.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 47. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Watch the out. Hey, 43. Mike, check.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 7, Newton steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Newton throwing complete to Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I got you, Pop.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We're back now in KC. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 33 yards that time.
First down, Panthers.
Here we go. Here we go. 8! Right at the 8. Oh, you got deep. Watch twist.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Attack, attack! Yellow, yellow! Delta!
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go!
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! You gonna see me in your nightmares! Motion, motion, motion! 59.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes. Robinson's got it. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The 42-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Newton now to throw. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Newton on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
20.
Newton to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton. His second touchdown of the afternoon as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
44. Attack! Mike, 44. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
To throw is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. You ain't doing it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard
Mahomes to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, they complete it to Hill. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Mahomes gonna let one fly for Robinson, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over, so a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Shift.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with time running out, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Trying to go back to Watkins. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final try from Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Carolina, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
life. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hit them